Hey you guys, it is Jim, and I thought today that I would do a review on an Oracle deck, um, because I really like watching, product review videos, and so, the whole idea of like, put out there what you want to see. I really like uh, I like videos about reviews of stuff. I just do. And I know I did a book review recently, and before that I did a review of several books. But my channel's very new, and I've been doing this for just about a month, and yeah, like about a month, actually maybe exactly, and yeah, but about a month, and it's still forming, and I think that a large part of my channel probably is going to be reviews because they're really fun. At least in the beginning, right? We can only speak for now, but you guys are letting me ramble. So, today I thought we would review a deck that I've showed in a video before when I covered my altar. And that is the Goddess Guidance Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue, PhD. I wonder what she has a PhD in. I don't know. But anyway, these are wonderful, wonderful cards. I've had these cards for about I want to say 2009. So like 7 years. Yeah, 7 years, 8 years. What? Anyway, for a really long time. These books originally came out in 2004, but I bought them, I want to say, in 2009. If not, then definitely 2010. But I'm going to say 2009. And I bought these cards for myself because they're gorgeous. And, I've spoken about this several times. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little blue crescent on her forehead here. And that really is what drew me to it because, I was so influenced by the Mists of Avalon early on in my path. And in that book and in the mini-series, they have like tattooed like crescent moons right there. So it made me think of it. And also, I just love goddesses. I did not work with gods at all, very much at all, for a while, because I was really struggling with my own masculinity and definition of what it means to be male. And so I worked with goddesses for quite some time. But yeah, these are great. Normally I'm not drawn to Doreen Virtue's stuff, if I'm being honest, because Doreen Virtue, to me, is a little airy-fairy, like a little hokey, a little too Christian-ish. But these cards are amazing. I've had them, like I said, for like 7 or 8 years, so they're pretty close to me. We have quite the rapport. I actually had bought them for myself, used them for a while, fell deeply in love with them, but then for some reason gave them to my friend because she had used them a few times, my deck, and really had this rapport with them too. And for some reason, instead of gifting her, her own deck or something, I gave her mine, and kind of regretted it. But she used them for not even a whole year, and then finally I was using her home one day, and she said, "Why don't you just take these back? They're yours. They've always been yours. I don't know why you gave them to me." And she was like, "I rarely use them." She was like, "I just admire the art." And so I was very happy to take them back. And that was years ago now, too. So I've had them ever since, again. I love this deck. I'm so excited to share it with you. It has a little booklet, of course, that it comes with. And the explanations in it are they're actually pretty good. Here's an example. This is so appropriate that I'd open up to Diana after talking about my friend, and if you know her, this makes sense. Oh my gosh. I actually just talked about this in my last video about us being twin god related peoples, and oh my god. Anyway, Diana is what I opened up to just randomly. It's pretty good. I hope you can see that. But it's pretty good. It has an explanation about the card, and then it also has a little bit about the goddess themselves. With the pronunciation, which is always pretty nice. But no, it's not bad. It's not bad. It gets you the information that you know you need. And then in the back, it has information on how to order the artwork itself, which is awesome, which I've never taken advantage of. But that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's the booklet is exactly what it needs to be. And of course, in the beginning, it tells you how to read oracles and stuff like that if you've never done it. But yes, really great little booklet for what it is. This goddess deck covers, on the back it says that the cultures that it covers. It covers goddesses from Celtic, Mayan, Egyptian, Greek, Tibetan, Buddhist, and other traditions. Like Christian, and I guess something else. We'll see, right? Hindu, for sure. I do know that. But yeah, these are really great. There's 44 cards. And they're pretty nice. They're gold on the edge here. And if they look worn, again, I've had them for so long. And I've used them for a lot of people. I've done a lot of readings with these for people. So, gold. Nice shiny gold. Reminds me of the pages of a Bible that my mom had when we were kids. Gold is what the back of the card looks like. It's a crown, which is actually the crown of the goddess Danu, or Anu, or Dana, whatever you want to call her. The Celtic earth goddess, Celtic mother goddess. That's her crown. She's also the woman that is featured on... that's featured on the front. A very interesting interpretation of Danu. Her choker has a little... That's the earth. But we'll get to her card. These are gorgeous, and we'll go through every card. Because, I mean, why wouldn't we? I hate, actually, when I see... hate's such a strong word, but I hate when I see videos and they, like, skip through parts of the cards. And I'm like, no, just show me every card. Even if you don't talk about it, you know? So, they're in no particular order. This is just whatever order I've had them in. I didn't even shuffle. That'll do. We have Sekhmet. Sekhmet, sorry if there's a glare from my computer. Maybe I should have turned it off. But Sekhmet, Egyptian goddess, she's really fascinating to me because, you know, when she's docile, like her manner, she's a cow. And then when she gets enraged, she becomes a lion, which is how most people see her. It's really cool. You know, she's sometimes depicted with a lion head, how the Egyptians like to replace their gods with animal heads. It's crazy. But yes, Sekhmet, and her message is be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So a very positive goddess card. She is on the throne here. I forget the direction of the eye to determine if it's Ra or Horus. Isn't she like the wife of Horus or something? Ooh, I think I made that up. Anyway, I apologize. But, very cool. On a throne. Lions. Gorgeous. Scarab on her head. It's very cool. Can you see that? Is that better without the glare? But yes. Gorgeous. You know, one of my resolutions for the New Year is to get a really good camera to do my videos. With a much higher quality. So, I love this card, but of course, because I really love Arthurian stuff, Guinevere, or Guinevere, Genevieve, Guinevere, true love, of course, how fitting. Man, sometimes I should really check my face before I do these, but, Guinevere, true love, and, it says, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. I love that. And look at her. She's gorgeous. Holding the flowers. She looks beautiful. Very calm. Very peaceful goddess. And I know some people don't see Guinevere as a goddess. Like, that's a fictional character. And really, to that, I get quite rude. And I'm like, no, you. But really, it is up to your own interpretation. Some of these cards, you might think, that's not a goddess. Or that's a stretch. But, to each their own. You can, we can all believe what we want. And classify spirits accordingly, I suppose. But to Doreen Virtue and to myself, these are all definitely goddesses, not just spirit guides or just spirits. They're not just entities, they're definitely deities to me, and apparently to Doreen Virtue. Next is Irene, who I had never heard of at all until I got this deck. I'd never read her myths or anything. So there's Irene, which is peace. Like food and a child. Some dolphins here in the background. She looks very, very peaceful. Obviously very motherly. But also a provider. It's like she takes on both roles, that's how I interpret it. Being at peace while having all these tasks that you have to do. Like grace under pressure, I really love that message. Like peace under fire. She's juggling it all. She's balancing everything perfectly. Irene is amazing. There is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Irene. Love her eyes. Gorgeous picture there. And all these cards are done by different artists. Well, not every card, but a lot of the cards are done by different people. So that's really cool. I love this interpretation of Aphrodite. I never pictured Aphrodite this way until I saw this card, and now it is a huge influence on the way I imagine and perceive Aphrodite. I love this. She seems so Venus-like to me, more like the way I'd picture Venus, not Aphrodite. I love it. Inner goddess. She is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love it. I love everything about this photo. Seriously. I love it. Let me get this off the computer there. I love it, you guys. She's gorgeous. I'm going to try to turn this off, see if this helps. I love it. She's gorgeous. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Love that. Peal. I love Peal. Oh my gosh. Hawaiian goddess. Awesome. So awesome. Divine passion. And you see that volcano erupting and she's dancing underneath it. Jesus, how much more powerful can that be? Be honest with yourself, which is so hard to do sometimes. It's such a great message, Peal. What is your heart's true desire? That is an amazingly powerful message. Amazingly powerful. Isolde. Tristan and Isolde. You may have heard of that story. It was Shakespeare's inspiration for Romeo and Juliet. The Celtic myth of Tristan and Isolde, or Isolde. So this is Isolde, like the precursor to Juliet. Undying love. She looks very mystical, very beautiful. Man, there's crazy light stuff going on in this video. I apologize. Amazing. It says, the love you have shared is eternal, regardless of the situation. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, man, I wish I could fix this lighting. I feel like I'm not doing these cards justice at all. They're so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Gorgeous cards. So much detail in them when you look at them, and the colors are so pow. Let's see. Okay, let's see again. Christian influences in this deck for sure. Mary Magdalene. Mary of Magdalena. I actually watched a documentary about her the other day. Super love her. Super love her. Mary Magdalene's awesome. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. I'm going to read that again. Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. That's amazing. Mary Magdalene's bringing it in this card. I'm serious. That message is profound. Quan Yin. Spelled with a K here, not a Q. Quan Yin. She's compassion. Of course, she was later absorbed from, I forget if she's Tibetan or Chinese. I know they're pretty much the same people. God, that's a political statement. But she was absorbed into Tibetan Buddhism from their paganism, which I know some people still think that Buddhism is paganism, but I digress. She was absorbed from the old pagan beliefs, where she was a goddess and made into a bodhisattva, which is not the same thing as a Buddha, but very, very similar. Of course, I'm speaking through a Nichiren Buddhist context, because that's what I've studied the most, so I could be wrong in terms of Tibetan Buddhism. But Nichiren Buddhism is Japanese Buddhism. But anywho, Quan Yin, compassion. She's, of course, obviously meditating on this lotus. That's where the Buddhist influences come in. Whenever I see goddesses like this, or just gods or spirits or traditions or whatever, that have been influenced down the line by other religious traditions, it always makes me want to dig deeper and see what they were like before that influence. Like Mary Magdalene. I love reading about her in the Jewish faith and the pre-Jewish faith, and figuring out what these Christian characters were like before Christianity. It is fascinating. I mean, you find out that there was a woman before Eve named Lilith. You find out that, God had a wife named Astara. It's amazing. But I digress again. I'm always coming up with these new ideas of videos as I speak when I'm doing a video. So Quan Yin, compassion. Let's give her moment and her due. Sorry, Quan Yin. Quan Yin, amazing. Release judgments about yourself and others, and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Sometimes that love and light is hard to see, Quan Yin. I'm gonna be honest. I love India. So, I love the Indian cards in this. Saraswati. Excuse me. The arts. Saraswati is the goddess of the Saraswati River. I said that so weird, river. Like, almost like Hispanic, connotation. That was weird. Anywho, sometimes my voice just has weird accents, you guys. Sorry. Apologize. But Saraswati, the arts, express yourself through creative activities. So that's nice. She's at the river, her river, with one foot on the lotus. I love that. I love it. Okay. I probably will pronounce this wrong. And unlike my last video where I said, I pronounce things wrong on purpose, this one I can't actually remember the correct way to pronounce. So like Una or Unu. I'm not sure. But Easy does it. I've also had never heard of her until I got this deck. And obviously I haven't worked with her whole much on her own, because I can't pronounce her name correctly. Or even in my own way, I guess. But there's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Damn, girl. That's good. I'm actually going to keep this out, because that's a message that I needed to hear lately. So, I guess she's finally going to get her due with me, and I'll work with her, because, for real, you guys, that's a really good card for me right now. So, let me show you the art one more time. Very nice. I believe she's Celtic. Wonderful. Wonderful. See, this is her face. Then there's a bird shaped around her face. and her hair's falling down, but there's also like a rainbow here. There's a lot going on. Very cool. I think she might be a goddess of the rainbow. I think I read that once. Again, I don't know if I'm going to say this correctly, but Arakura? 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 Blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. I'm going to read that again. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. And she's like blossoming out of this flower, like in the middle of the universe, like out in space. That's amazing. Another goddess, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna say her name right. I should look it up in the booklet, I suppose. But like Siege, Siege, Sieg, quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. And she looks really etheric to me. She looks the most like ghostly and phantom-like of all of them. She's all blue-skinned and purple, and she looks awesome. So ethereal. Who doesn't love this goddess? Isis. Very friendly witches goddess. I mean, come on. Like her, Morgan, and like Hecate are like the goddesses in all the beginner books. Isis is awesome. Isis is actually the Roman name that was given to this goddess. Isis is really not her true name that her people called her. Like the Egyptian people, the people of Kemet, did not call her Isis before the Roman invasion and conquering. They called her Aset. So Isis, she has like wings here, but they're so strange looking. I just love it. Look, these are her wings. Crazy. I love it. And she's holding an ankh, of course. Love it. This situation involves your past life memories. This card has actually a crease in it because I've used this card a lot. Like, I'll use these cards individually in spells and in ritual work. I've had these for a long time. They've been used a lot. Me and this girl have done some serious shadow work. I love Isis. Diana, using like the moon, the crescent moon as her bow. I love that. Such a badass warrior. Focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Diana. Another very friendly, like beginner-friendly goddess, you know. Astara, Iostre. Astara, fertility, like a little bunny and her eggs and stuff. The Easter goddess. It's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. I love her face in this, the way they drew her face. I don't know why, I just do. I think it's very uncommonly pretty in traditional artwork. They never draw women like this. She looks gorgeous. She has a snake wrapped around her arm and like a triple moon band. She's sowing these seeds. Ugh. She's awesome. Butterfly Maiden, which is a Native American goddess or spirit, as I think they would say, not goddess, but Butterfly Maiden. Now, the Native American spirits that are in this deck, by the way, are like pan-cultural. They're spirits or goddesses that weren't worshipped by just one tribe, like the Choctaw or the Cherokee or the Blackfoot or whatever. These are ones that were touched over several tribes. So, just fun fact. Not specific tribe spirits, because some of those have been lost to us, which is unfortunate. And the ones we do know about was because they were, like I said, pan-cultural. They were worked with and venerated by several different types of Native Americans. So, Butterfly Maiden, transformation, obviously very fae-friendly goddess. She's gorgeous. covered in butterflies. Oh my gosh, out in the desert. You're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Ma'at or Ma'at. Ma'at is awesome. Another Egyptian goddess. So much mythology behind this goddess, by the way. If you feel intrigued by this name or this goddess or this picture, she's holding scales, like weight. Then you really go read her myths. She is so integral to Egyptian mythology. She's so important. It has to do with the afterlife. She is awesome. Ma'at, this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Ma'at. She's awesome. Nematona. I like saying Nematonia, but again, if you watched my last video that just went up to actually the same day as this, then you'll see that I like to pronounce things just the way I like to pronounce them. So it's probably Nematona or Nematona, but I like to say Nematonia. I love that sound. I just love it. So Nematonia, sacred space, which is great because if you're participating in the YouTube Pagan Challenge or have watched other people's videos on it, we just did a video not that long ago about sacred space, like last week. So that's awesome. Surrounded by candles and a Celtic cross. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. I mean, come on. Sacred spaces, altars, shrines, those are so important. Just like the holidays. Sedna. Infinite supply. It's all purple filtered here. I love it with the whale in the background. Ugh, love this. Sedna, you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. That's amazing. I'm like, geez, thank you, Sedna. Thank you. I love it.